Hi, I'm Joe Revita from Empire Music, empiremusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We are Taylor Guitars' online preferred dealer, one of only a handful in the world. We bring you the best Taylor guitars. Check out empiremusic.com. You can see our entire selection, no stock photos. You'll always see the guitar exactly that you will receive by serial number with the exact photos. You know we do a full setup, pro setup to spec of the factory. So we're gonna dial it in exactly to factory specs, bring that action down as low as possible, make sure the guitar plays great. Now, Taylor Guitars makes a bunch of body shapes. The Grand Concert, which is the one I'm holding right now, is my favorite. To me, this guitar feels really comfortable. It's easy to play. It sounds amazingly defined. And this is a brand new release, the 212 CE. Now, Taylor has not made Grand Concerts available in a cutaway model unless you went to the USA line until this year. And they just released the 212 CE, which is a solid Sitka spruce top with layered East Indian rosewood back and sides. The Grand Concert is very comfortable. Sonically, it gives us a beautiful, defined tone, lots of sparkle, but still plenty of bottom end. It performs great for most strumming applications. If you're a super heavy strummer, you want to go bigger for sure. But the great thing about Taylor guitars is even in this price point, we get all the stuff you'd expect in a high-end Taylor. Ebony fingerboard and bridge, expression system 2, the same hardware, mahogany neck. You get all that good stuff. Really nice heavy-duty gig bag, the 212 CE. They've been toying with making these models available to us for a while, and they're here and they're awesome. We're really excited about it. 24 and 7/8 scale, so a little bit shorter scale length, makes it a little slinkier to play, a little bit more comfortable to reach, and 1 and 11/16 inch nut width, so a 16th inch shorter, thinner than the USA line, so a little bit easier to grip and play. Now, what stands out about this particular guitar is the spruce top, I think, gives you that projection that you want, right? You get tons of projection. So if you're playing light, you get a lot of, it's almost like note throw. You know, if you're playing guitar with other people, you want to be heard, spruce top is like a trampoline. It really gets the sound of your guitar and it pushes it out for you. And then as you dig into it more, it's going to give you more and more. You're going to get a higher ceiling sonically with it, and so more overhead for your volume. Another cool design feature on this is that they arch the back slightly, so we get a little bit more projection, a little bit more bottom end, which is really cool. The feel of this against you is, you're not going to notice that it's arched really, but it makes a big difference in the overall output of the guitar. Also, a good sign of a good guitar is that when you play it, it really vibrates against you. This guitar just generates a ton of momentum, so you get a lot of tone generated from it. For those of you that don't follow our channel, please subscribe. But for those of you who do, you know I always like to do the two things that I think impact all of us players, no matter how good we are globally. The dynamic range, how does it sound quiet to as loud as we can imaginally play, and hard of attack as we can play, and then balanced. The mids of the guitar, the mids heard. As you know, while this still is a layered guitar, you know, it's like Rosewood's propensity is more bass, more treble, and less mids. That's a little bit mitigated with a layered guitar, but we'll see if that holds true. Most importantly, Taylor Guitars always makes very balanced instruments, and I think this guitar will hold that to be true. And the dynamic range on it for a Grand Concert is spectacular. I mean, spruce really, really opens up. So let's kind of play light to heavy and then check the mids out. We're gonna really push it this time, so you'll hear the ceiling essentially hit with an attack that is not really useful for most playing styles, but I will do, so you can kind of hear where it teeters out. Let's check it out. The balance, let's start with the mids. The mids are super vocal. Guitar sounds great. This body shape really allows for the guitar to be super true and even, which I love. I think the bottom end is present but not overpowering, which is most useful. I think it's just like, I think Grand Auditorium sound really good too in that regard. When you start to get these guitars that are like super woofy, it's just a lot of noise, not a lot of clarity, which is not my favorite feature. Let's talk about that dynamic range. What's really special about Taylor, their bracing scheme, their ability to, this is an X-Brace guitar, their ability to allow guitars to be powerful and clean is really, really amazing. And even when I started to like basically insult the instrument, right? I'm just playing super hard to play super hard. And it'd be very difficult to find an application where I would see that as being like a way that I would play, right? I just don't imagine that most people play like that most of the time. It still sounded pretty good. You know what I mean? It started to break up a little bit, but I mean, you're just hammering the guitar at that point. You know, it's just like, for the most part, up until that last run through, the guitar was very, very true sounding. And in a light attack, it sounded beautiful. A lot of definition, a lot of body. I thought the guitar sounded really mature, which is a phenomenal feature. So this is the Taylor 212CE from Taylor Guitars. It's new. You can find it at Empire Music. You can find the photos of the exact ones that we have for sale with the exact grain pattern, so you pick out the exact serial number you receive. You know we do a full professional setup to factory spec, dialing it totally in, professionally pack it. We are your place for Taylor Guitars. You can chat with us through the site. We have trades. We're glad to talk to you about that. We have financing, 0%. Of course, we can hook you up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you will. We'd love to see you commenting below, telling us about the guitars that we present. This is the Taylor 212CE from Empire Music. Check out empiremusic.com. Thanks so much for watching.